If you're a baseball fan, then you probably know what the Little League World Series is. But if you aren't, then to keep it simple, it's one of the only youth baseball tournaments where Little Leagues around the world try to qualify to be one of the 20 teams heading to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, PA. I've been going to this tournament ever since I was 11 years old, and if there's one thing that I've realized while watching games, is that these games over the last 10 plus years are super competitive. And if there's another thing that I've noticed, is that a certain region, the West region, specifically Hawaii, has dominated the Little League World Series. It all began for Hawaii when they made their first Little League World Series appearance in 1958. However, despite making the World Series, they were knocked out in the first round of a single elimination World Series. Hawaii's first 13 games in the Little League World Series saw them go 4-9, with their best finish making the championship game in 1988, losing to the powerhouse Taiwan. To add onto those first 13 games, it took Hawaii 55 years through 5 World Series appearances to even play 13 games. Fast forward to the last 21 years, and Hawaii has made the Little League World Series a total of 8 times, improving that 4-9 record to now 40-17. This makes for the best U.S. winning percentage, while also adding 6 U.S. championships and adding 4 World Championships to that resume. 2 of those championships also came from the same Little League in Honolulu, Hawaii. But one may be wondering how exactly Hawaii became so dominant in the Little League World Series. Well, if we take a look at Little League as a whole, especially in Hawaii, during the late 50s and early 60s, there were much bigger regions, meaning that there were less teams that made the Little League World Series, making teams like Hawaii having to take a bigger path to even make the World Series than more recent years. Hawaii was also seen as an international team during their first few World Series appearances, having to face teams like Japan in order to make the World Series. And if you have any idea, Japan is literally godly at any level of baseball. It doesn't matter if it's Little League, professionally, teenage, high school, whatever, Japan is just amazing at baseball. And with Japan being really amazing at baseball, it led to Hawaii often getting beat by Japan in the first place in order to make the Little League World Series. But with that, Hawaii as a whole grew more and more popular in the Little League fashion, creating more leagues across the state. And another reason that the dominance of Hawaii may have started is perfectly said by one of the former standout pitchers of Hawaii University and former professional baseball player Matt Upana. He says, in quotes, "The weather here is basically good 12 months of the year, and that's very conducive for baseball," Upana tells SF Gate. Hawaii kids are able to play year-round, giving them the opportunity to develop their skills much faster and at an early age. And with more repetition, the kids are able to develop better coordination and body control. I think that's a big part. With this all-year weather and growth of player-such leagues has also come the growth and development of coaching as well. In that same article, if we go a little bit further down, we see that Oda is quick to credit his fellow coaches in Hawaii's baseball community. In quotes, "We have an impressive amount of good baseball coaches throughout the state," he says. "There are great coaches here at every level and in every area. We can be fierce rivals, but in the end, we all want what's best for the kids, so we embrace this culture of everybody helping everybody." With all this in mind, we can safely assume that with the region changes, league growth, coaching growth/development, and all year round weather, it has led to the dominance of Hawaii that we've seen the last 21 years in the Little League World Series. I myself will continue to watch out and support Hawaii teams when it comes to future Little League World Series, with recall just having one word in mind while watching them: pure dominance.